Hey everybody, so this is diary entry number 7, and it obviously is late right now because I've been busy for the past 2 days. I've also just been doing my best to really keep myself grounded and focused and just get things done that I needed to get done. So I look a hot mess right now, but that's okay because people look tired at the end of the day. That's the point. I spent the day with my family, which was nice, and it really kept my mind at ease and really kept my thoughts kind of just out of my head. And the past 2 days have been okay, but there are also days that have been really rough, especially now. I feel like I'm starting to miss that person a lot, and it sucks because there's times where I will be brushing my teeth and I can hear them laughing, and so I go and check to see if they're here, and then they're not. And I know that sounds really sad, but it's just when you are so used to someone's presence and them being here all the time, or at least often, it feels like you're basically having to cut something out of your life that's been super meaningful. And I'm not saying this person is like gone completely, just as far as their presence here is what I'm starting to get used to and what's starting to sink into me. And it gets hard at times, especially these past 2 days, and I have done what I can to really keep myself grounded. I've been journaling, I've been doing yoga, I went to go see my best friends that I haven't seen in almost a month, and we had a really good time. We ate pizza and we hung out and talked about life and where our life is headed right now. And it was nice to be present in those moments and not be in my head or worry about my phone. And I've been just doing my best to really stay off my phone. I've been putting it in my bag if I'm somewhere and just leave it there, or I will check it every other hour just to see if someone that I'm texting is responding to me, or if I need to get back to my mom or other people that I text that are important to me. And it's going, but it's been really rough. And so I find myself not being so harsh anymore when I do have moments of struggle or moments of me being in my head. I keep hearing the same thing in all of the videos I've been watching on TikTok from all of the life coaches and the therapists that I follow on there. I listen to a lot of positive podcasts and people that are advocates for mental health and stuff like that. And one thing that they keep saying to me, or at least saying that's resonating with me, is that struggling is not failure. And I wish I would have seen this sooner, because when I first started out with therapy and first started getting into the habit of changing the habits that I've been doing since I was little that obviously weren't healthy for me, I kept feeling like my struggles meant that Christopher was, failing, and that he was messing up, and he obviously was not doing what he was supposed to be doing to progress. And that's something that I keep hearing lately, is that struggling is not failure. Making mistakes is part of the growth. It's part of you learning what is not okay for you and what you have to do to grow from it. And it makes me happy because I'm human just like everybody else. I have my flaws, I have my issues that I have to work through, my healing process and everything like that. And just feeling like I don't have to be perfect. And the fact that people strive so much to be perfect, what is the goal of it? What is the purpose of being perfect? You being perfect, I feel like you aren't allowing yourself to grow. You're not progressing. You're just stuck and stagnant in this one place, and it's really just taught me to not be so harsh or upset with myself or disappointed in myself if I do struggle, because I struggle a lot, and that's just something that's going to come with me having to change these habits that I've been doing for 28 years now. And so now that I'm learning to change them, it's difficult, it is exhausting, and it's draining, and sometimes I don't always have the best actions for my intentions, and I know that, and I do what I can, but Christopher is one person. He's human, and he still has a lot to progress through, and I'm just starting to allow myself to be okay with where I'm at right now, and to not be so harsh with the results that I'm putting out right now, because this is where I need to be right now. This is where I'm meant to be in my life right now. And yes, I know that sounds weird to say, but that's just how I'm seeing it. Because if I had not gotten therapy, if I had not been doing my best to grow from where I have been, I feel like it would have been longer for me to have to go through this type of pain and this type of healing and these types of realizations and acknowledging all these things that, at least that's been pointed out to me, that isn't healthy. And I feel like now I wouldn't want to be waiting so long. I mean, it's not that I don't have time. I have time, but it's just it feels good to know that I'm doing something about it to change. I'm doing something about it to grow. And it's just it gets hard, and there's times where you just want to just give up and just lay in bed and let life pass you by. But if I were to just do that, I wouldn't be really putting into action what I'm trying to put out for other people to understand and for other people to connect with. And that's just not me. That's not my personality. That's not how I was raised. That's not who I am as a person. I don't give up on things, and till this day, that's something that I let everybody know when I meet them, that I am not someone who gives up on things. If it's things that I love, if it's people that I love, I'm not going to give up on you, because I feel like I can do what I have to make things work. But yes, I understand that the other party or the other situation has to work out as well, and that's fine. But I just am not ever going to give up on people or things that I care about so much, because that's just not who I am. And I feel like now I'm just going on a tangent. I apologize. It's late and I'm a little exhausted, and I just feel drained, and I'm just doing my best to really stick with my entries and not forgetting to do them, because I want to continue doing this. I don't want to start another project and not actually pull through with it, because I feel like the past couple months, the past year, I feel like I've been starting projects that I don't finish. And so one of my goals to really push myself and really keep myself focused and staying motivated and really present is just making sure that I pick things that I want to get done and then stick with them and continue pushing through to be consistent with things. And I feel like that's something that I need to continue exuding in my life, is being consistency. And that's something that I also have been hearing, and I'm like, you know what, that's right. I need to be consistent. I need people in my life to be consistent. I need work and school and projects to be consistent, and people. And I've not ever been one to really keep people around if they're not benefiting my life or they're not adding things to my life. And it doesn't have to just be, you know, ex partners or, you know, ex lovers of mine. It also involves family members, it involves friends. It's just, if there's no purpose or if there's nothing benefiting me from this relationship or this friendship, then I'm like, okay, I need to cut it off, because now it's stunting my personal growth and where I need to be and actually see who is in my life for me and who I need to keep around and the things that I need to keep in my life. And at least with the people now in my life are people that have been consistent and people that I know I'm going to keep in my life. It's just now Christopher needs to grow a little bit more to really keep himself at a good mental state and a good emotional state. And it's a lot, but that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. And I love you guys for supporting and watching, and you know, it really means a lot to me that you guys actually watch my videos and you guys are, you know, liking and subscribing. And it's not a lot, but you know, I'm not doing this for views, I'm not doing this for followers or clout or whatever the heck people want to do nowadays for social media. The whole point of these is just to help people, to let people see what another person who's struggling with, you know, whatever they're going through, struggle. I want people to see this authentic person who's not editing his videos, who's just letting the camera roll and you seeing me cry, being upset, being just in my head. And that's who Christopher is. He does his best to just be himself and be as real as possible to others. And sorry, I'm exhausted. But I appreciate you guys, and I'm very grateful that people actually have watched my videos. And you know, if you're out there and you feel like that you're just at a rock bottom and then that's it, there's always a way out. There's always someone that you can reach. Even if I were to be able to speak to someone or speak to a couple people that, you know, are going through their lowest of the lows, and just knowing that I'd be able to help someone like that just makes me, it just makes me happy, because I feel like a lot of people that I've lost in my life have been lost to things that are just not, I just hope this is reaching someone, anyone, honestly. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave it on that note, because I don't want this to just keep dragging along and you guys getting bored or just being like, Chris is just repeating himself and going in circles. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next entry.